Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scarborough here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Saturday, May 15th, 2021, or Sunday, May 16th, in Australia and New Zealand. A special shout out to one of my oldest and dearest friends. Not old as in old lady old, but a friend of mine that we have been friends since we were 12, and that's Rachel. Happy birthday, Rachel. Much love to you and your family. And here's to living your best life, man. You really know how to live a life. So today we have starting the day with an inconjunct between Mars and Saturn. I kind of talked about this yesterday. Inconjuncts are irritating aspects that require us to make adjustments. Now, those adjustments can come from an internal place, or those adjustments happen because we are being challenged externally. So today we have one of those internal adjustments that are necessary, an inconjunct between Mars and Saturn. Saturn, of course, in Aquarius, Mars in Cancer. Aquarius is very much a collective energy. Saturn in Aquarius, taking responsibility for the society that we live in, the community that we live in, how well we live with other people, whether things are fair, etc. And then, of course, Mars in Cancer can be very sort of self-oriented or clan-oriented or family-oriented. So there is a struggle between what you want to personally get accomplished within the clan, the life, those most close to you, compared to how things line up when it comes to society. So this can bring a sense of wanting to move forward, but being unsure about moving forward. But this is a time where we need to take actions, but also it's not really about getting exactly what you want. Adjustments need to be made, and those adjustments are mental. And so this can be a struggle for some folk. So expect some starts and stops, especially when it comes to personal projects coming up against more collective forces. We also have the sun and the moon making a semi-square today. Semi-square is a 45-degree aspect. I don't talk about it very much, but it is. We have important semi-squares in the cycle, in the eighth phase cycle of the lunation cycle. This would be in the lunation cycle where we move from new moon phase to crescent phase. And so if you go out at night, you will see that beautiful crescent moon up there. Crescent moons are about beginnings, right? It's about the new moon. The moon is pregnant with possibility, but there's also a struggle against the past here and trying to extract yourself from the past. And then also come up with some plans to do things differently from the past. Like, yeah, the past doesn't work anymore for you, but how are you going to make the present work? And this crescent phase is a time of struggle, but it's also a very productive time. I find people who have crescent phases in their chart to be highly productive. A lot of people that I've seen with crescent phases, especially between the sun and the moon, the moon and Saturn, which is indicative of Saturn father, moon mother, often have their own businesses and they're very successful in them. They really are willing to sort of put their nose to the grindstone and work what needs to work. These people work really hard. And so that energy is here today. And of course, the sun is in Gemini right now, the moon in Cancer. This is a time of, the sun is not in Gemini. The sun is in Taurus, the moon is in Cancer. This is a time when we're sort of working towards really getting our P's and Q's together and seeing how we're going to work with the energies for ourselves, for ourselves personally, right? Both Cancer and Taurus are personal signs, right? Okay. We also have a square today between the moon in Cancer and Chiron in Aries. This is a first quarter Christ in action square. We're going to need to take action on the wounds, right? On healing the wounds, right? Evaluating the wounds. Sometimes, you see a wound, you go, oh, that person is acting from a wounded place. They need healing. Or sometimes you say that person is acting from a wounded place. I think I'm going to just avoid them because I don't need that in my life. Either way works. Depends on the situation, right? It depends on how invested you are in the person. And also, always, whether the person even thinks they have a problem, right? Okay. And then lastly, we have a sextile between the moon and Uranus. This actually harkens back to a sextile between Mars and Uranus that occurred on the new moon. So that Mars-Uranus sextile that occurred on the new moon really sort of opened us up to taking new actions, taking out-of-the-box actions, doing something unusual. And today, when the moon gets there to the point where Mars had previously been there on the new moon, we can take sort of a personal action that might seem a little bit sort of out of the ordinary. But because it's a sextile, it's an opportunistic aspect, and it's actually a very positive aspect. And it is a sextile. It has that Gemini energy, so it's about opening the lines of communication. It's about learning something. It's about gathering information. So generally, it's a really good day today, except for that Mars to Saturn thing. If you find yourself getting frustrated by something that you're doing, just step back from it and perhaps do something else or figure out a different way of doing it, and I think you'll have more success. So there is a little insecurity today. Don't let that dissuade you. Don't let that determine, to mess your day up. My neighbor is cutting trees. I don't know. He's been doing this for a while now. They have a lot of trees over there by their house. I think they're just trying to clear it away from the house and maybe get a little bit more land to live their lives on. It's a great sound, isn't it? No, the trees are not happy. But the trees around here in my yard don't really have to worry too much. All right, guys, much love. Take care, and I will see you again. Whoa, there it goes, coming down. Wow, it's a high tree. Look like an oak. All right, guys. Take care, much love, and I'll see you again tomorrow.